happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Hot Mic with Lady She podcast. I'm your host, Lady She, and I am excited about this month. The month of October, I have branded as the Men Where Art Thou month for Hot Mic with Lady She podcast. I've been having such an amazing time. Thank you to every man who's come on thus far, every couple. Shout out to the kings and all of those who to share their story and give encouragement, to our men at such a time as this. Tonight, I wanted to put a twist this morning rather, I wanted to put a twist on Men Where Art Thou series and invite this young woman, the Male Groomer, onto the platform because I wanted you guys to understand how important our spiritual, physical, emotional, how everything's connected. So men, you have to take care of your physical body as well. I shared that my husband's a trucker, so he gets massages like it's like part of the marriage. He has to be rubbed down. Some of the uniforms and stuff you guys wear, the things you guys wear to work and things of that nature. I'm an officer, so I'm constantly on my feet. I have to take care of my feet. So, it's important that you guys, get manicures and pedicures and things like that. And you want to understand that everything's connected. So if you're taking care of yourself physically, you'll feel better mentally. If you think taking care of yourself mentally, you'll feel better physically because you're being tuned that you need to check in on these certain things. So that's why I decided to have this young woman come on. We met at an event in New York on Island called, I believe it was called Triple Threat. Huge shout out to Candace Holland, the six-figure spa chick, who is just too dope. So this young lady is part of her tribe, and where they had the event was a spa in Long Island called Diamonds Beauty Touch Spa. So we just thank God for divine connections because she was super humble and smart. I love talking to smart people because I want to understand why a female was going into a field where she would be grooming men. So I'm just going to invite her in, Miss Monique Chatman of New York. She is a master male groomer. So let's invite her in. Hi, Monique.
Hi, how are you? I'm playing in feet this morning.
Good. Listen, thank you so much for penciling me in. I know you are super busy, so I will not hold you long, but I was just basically bragging on you to the people, letting them know how we met and, just the importance of our men understanding how they need to be connected to themselves, not just emotionally and spiritually, but also physically. So this is where you come in as a master, grooming. Like this is where you're going to teach us and help us to understand, how important what you do is for our men. So welcome everyone. Introducing to some and presenting to others, Miss Monique Chatman share the whole name of the business.
The Groom Room Men's Spa and Lounge.
The Groom Room Men's Spa and Lounge. And what part of New York is this?
We are in Rochester, New York, up near Buffalo, Syracuse.
Right.
Okay. And don't call us country because we're not.
Well, get them straight early. Get her straight early, honey, okay? She said, listen, we ain't country. We still in New York. Don't do us.
We still New York.
I love it. So welcome to Hot Mic with Lady She podcast. But basically, I was sharing with the people that, we have to make it normal for men to take care of themselves physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And part of staying groomed, is very important. I was just sharing that my husband's a trucker, so he naturally gets massages, weekly and things. But I also take out time, to purchase and send him somewhere where they can do the deep massage and things that I don't know how to do. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure he's good and the kinks is out and he's feeling all right when his work week start. Because if he ain't feeling all right, it's going to affect everybody. Amen?
It's going to be a bad week.
That's what, that's one of the reasons why I definitely wanted you to come on. And I also shared where we met. A huge shout out to Candace Holland.
Holyfield.
Holyfield. It's a six-figure spa chick, for putting that event together where I was able to meet all you amazing women who are doing some great things. So everybody welcome Miss Monique Chapman.
Are you a part of the tribe?
I'm not, and I don't know why I'm not. Well, I guess because I don't have a spa. But I told Candace.
You got a mind. She do more mindset for spa and beauty owners.
Right.
But you got to join.
I need to join.
It's lit. Our
there's no reason
trainings
why
you can
I have
benefit
not
from every
joined.
week.
Like now I'm thinking about it, there's really no reason why I have not joined because, she taught more than just about the spa stuff that day. This is
Right.
how God works. I was only there to just interview her because she said yes when I saw her in Atlanta. But when I sat there, I'm like, oh, she into stuff that I'm also into. I'm like, wait, what? She talking about the trucking. She talking about the business credit, all these different things. So listen, not only do I want you guys to make sure you're following Monique's companies, but also tap into Six Figure Spot Chick on Instagram. She has some amazing things going on. She's created a tribe of dope individuals who are out here making their money. They get into their bags. Some of them were unfortunately affected by COVID, where they had to either leave their jobs, make a choice and things. So it was stuff going on that was mentally strenuous to these women. They said, listen, let me connect to somebody who can help me do something while I'm home. I'm not working on a 9 to 5, but I can do something else connected to my gifts and connected to what I'm certified to do. So to me in itself, that's fire. That was dope. So yeah, thank you for that. I need to get down with the get down, basically.
We'll be waiting.
Somebody said we'll be waiting. She said you live now, chat. You done said it.
We'll be waiting.
I love it. All right, so let's just jump in because I don't want to hold you. I know you fit me in. You had scheduling things. So, just share with us, first of all, who is Monique Chatman?
A very candid personality. I am very personable. I'm a natural born matriarch. I am the eldest female of a tribe of 16 children. Wow. So I'm used to grabbing my brothers by the back of the neck, smelling their feet, cutting their nails, because I got a tribe of dirty brothers, if you know me. I'm always the one making sure that they fix their shirt, their teeth brushed.
Right.
So I'm a natural groomer.
Love that. So that is how you got into this field. You said naturally, this is what I've been doing for years. So why not get paid for it?
For free.
Right. Listen, I get it. I was in the house with 2 brothers. So I'm the one that started my little brother's dreads, messing with him like he my baby doll. So I started with braids, and then now he had locks down his butt. They like, well, who did you hate? Like my sister. You know what I'm saying? So we got to keep each other tight. That's dope. So which number child are you in the 16 number?
I am number 4.
Number 4.
So I'm the 4th oldest, but the first girl.
Love that. So what was the household like? What was mom like, dad like? What was the dynamics? What I love is when I hear the number 16, it reminds me of how it was back. That was normal to have double-digit children.
So we had different mothers.
Okay.
But different mothers, but I am close with all of my siblings. Like, they never separated us as kids.
Right.
We knew each other. We got to spend weekends together. We were always together. Of course, my mother was the baddest.
Monique, yes.
My mother was like a urban Gazelda, right? Like, my mother was she was a hustler.
That was dope.
And that's where I get it from. Like, she woke up every day and she would plummet into us dependency. Like, she never babied us. She wasn't a cookie baking grandma. She wasn't none of that. Like, she made us get up and get it when we was young.
Right.
I never remember a silver spoon in my mouth. I always remember having to shine the dirty forks and spoons, but we always had what we needed.
Come on in here. I love that. So now, growing up, seeing a mother who, in spite of what it may have looked like, connected to, so it was dad who had all the children, right?
Yeah. And my dad, he was a ex-Marine. So good guy. He's never left us. I've never seen a period in my life where he was absent. Every time I gave birth and I came back into the room, he was inside of the room somehow.
Love it.
To this day, he'll pop up at my shop and just take a seat in his favorite chair. He's always been around. Just a good guy.
Love that. Listen.
But pushover.
Huh?
He's a bit of a pushover for his kids, though.
Really?
Yeah.
A military man, a pushover? That almost sounds like an oxymoron. I got to see this thing.
Yeah, he got soft. After he
I love that.
got out.
But it must be so refreshing to see his kids do well. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, or you can correct me when I'm thinking
It's
about the
only a few of
military.
us. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
You know what? Stop. But in my mind, what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking, you can correct me, is when I think of the military, I think of someone who had to move around and travel a lot and leave his children behind.
Yes.
So with that, that emotionally, that takes, real guts to say, listen, I decided to be in this particular field, as a profession, as a career, and the women that I chose held it down for my kids. So respectfully, I have to be connected to my children as much as I can. So was that like the case?
Yeah, my father is very proud. He actually he doesn't like his nails cut.
Okay.
And if you follow me on Facebook, you'll see I'm always going live with my dad. I'm always making fun of him. Like I'm always making him the butt of my jokes. But
Right.
he hates when I cut his nails because his nails literally like this long. And now he calls me to cut them. Once I
And he
groom
calls
them,
you to cut them?
yes, he calls me to come and pick him up. He need his nails
All
done.
right. All right. Come on, Dad. I love it. I
Yep.
love it. All right. So fourth oldest to 15 other siblings. Mother showing you like, listen, you got to go out there and get it, regardless of what kind of male you dealing with. How is that in reference to you dating? Like becoming Monique Chapman in her own self, not just dealing with the siblings.
You follow me on Facebook?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
What
My
happened?
dating life is a joke. No, I'm
I'm
joking.
done.
Um, no, I always choose great men who are just like my father, like as in morals, um, mannerism.
Hmm.
They're great fathers. I don't think I've ever messed with someone who didn't mess with their kids. I
Love that.
always find great men.
Hmm.
Just I don't keep them.
Is that because of the career? Like, what is that about? Because you know what it is. Is why you're smiling.
Um, no, I have a strong. I have a guy now, and he acts so much like my dad.
Hmm.
And we've been together 2 years, but I have a strong personality.
Hmm.
I know what I want. I know how I want it. And that may be a little bit too much for some people sometimes,
Hmm.
but that's okay. And it's not gonna stop me from wanting what I want.
Right. So let me just bring clarity, and then I'm gonna shift it. Because when a lot of times when I hear women say, because I have a strong personality, a lot of time this, you just correct me and tell me what your situation or whatever you would like to share. It's almost like a defense mechanism where they have convinced themselves that if I handle myself a certain way, he's gonna have to respect me, or he's gonna have to, conform to what I want. And sometimes that comes from having trust issues, or seeing where they're like, I'm not gonna be pushed over, nobody's gonna treat me like this. I make my own bag the table. I'm coming to the whole. So he need to understand that he's a bonus being with me. So that makes me a strong woman. So what does that mean when you say, I'm a strong, what does that mean when you say I'm a strong woman?
No, not I'm not a strong woman. I'm a strong personality.
Oh, strong
I'm a
personality. Okay,
strong
well what does that
personality.
look like? What does that look like?
Um, so from my past, I was with a female, well, FTM, for 11 years. I was
What's
married to
FPM?
female to male, transgender.
Female to male. Okay, female to male.
So I was with born female,
Hmm.
now male,
Okay.
for 11 years. And I just find that there's no difference for me dating a man born a man. But for me, I expect a lot from my partner because I wake up in the morning and I got a set of goals for myself, and I want somebody as equally driven. So I
Right.
think that my strong personality is get up, let's get it, we building. Why are you sitting still?
Mm.
And once I keep waking up and you still sitting still, my attraction is dwindling down faster
Right, right. So it's
because
connected to your ambition. It's connected to your
yeah,
ambition. You want to be connected to somebody who has that same drive, that same energy that you wake up with, and it just hasn't connected, basically.
yeah, and then I always have a strong intuition for character. So it's like I can see you at your best, but you don't see your best. and that's an issue for me.
So you end up being a carrier because
Yes.
that's the issue. Now you have to now being with the person because of the job.
Yes.
Got you, got you, got you. Because 11 years is a long time, to be connected to somebody and then be like, I'm done. That's a long time.
Right.
All right, all right, all right, girl. All right. So moving on. What made you say, first of all, what is the education background, connected to being a male groomer?
So the education is I'm an esthetician. I'm a licensed esthetician and dual licensed nail tech in New York State. But I started out because I had my men's grooming products for the beard. Then I wanted to go back to school to learn more about the ingredients that I
Mm-hmm.
was using inside of my products, how it affected the skin,
Right.
what's going to make the hair grow, what's going to be good for maintenance, what oils should I be using inside of my oils, what's better for ethnic skin, what's better for people who are prone to blackheads and bumps. Um, so it was really me just going back to school, learning about what an esthetician could do. And when I learned that we not only could just do facials, that we could do body treatments and I can
Right.
overall make you feel whole again,
Mm-hmm.
that was amazing for me. I
Yeah.
I never knew going into school the
Mm-hmm.
realm of what an esthetician could offer.
How far I can go. Right, right,
Yeah.
right. I love that. I love
And I
that.
used to want to be a mortician when I was younger. I wanted to be a mortician or anthropologist, but more a mortician because I wanted to help the grieving family.
I love you. What? Stop,
So
girl.
so when my
Let's
family
go.
members are passing away, like I'm always with my friends, and
Mhm.
when their families are in hospice, I'm always doing their nails during hospice.
Wow.
I always want to do like their aftercare
Mm-hmm.
for when they pass. I wash my family's bodies. It's just like peaceful for me to see people at their best. Um
Mm-hmm.
either even with their maintenance or with their appearance. And that's
Right,
what I did for
right.
my mother. So that's where it started at, like doing making sure that she was straight when she was in hospice.
Mm-hmm.
I brushed her teeth, I did her nails, I washed her up, I made her body washes with her favorite scent in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's really where it started at for me.
I love that. I love that. So now, when mentioning the mortician, first of all, we're talking because we know what each other is talking about. But
Hmm.
first explain what a mortician is, and at what age did you, want to get connected to something like that?
A mortician is somebody who prepares bodies after they are deceased, embalming, getting them the funeral preparations and stuff. And that started when I was like 7 because I lived with my grandmother, and she was a secretary at my cousin's funeral home, and we actually lived in there. So they used to let
Wow.
me like help them wash the bodies and dress them when I was little, but I always just thought they were asleep until my aunt who had a baby who passed away, they let me wash her body, and I was like, but I thought she was dead. Why are
Right.
we doing her?
Right.
And then they explained to me the difference between deep sleep and death. And I was like, "Oh, okay. I still want to
Wait.
make her feel good."
Wait a minute. Go back. Hold on. All right. You said you guys were living in the funeral space. You said you and your
Uh-huh.
grandmother.
Uh-huh.
You and your grandmother. And that's what they were basically teaching you, this is what you do to the body, but you wasn't sure that they were deceased.
No.
Right.
I didn't know.
So now what happened with the aunt?
My aunt lost her baby and I was there. So I knew that the baby had died,
Oh,
but the baby came to the funeral home the next day.
got you. So that's
And
when you connected.
that's when I correlated the deep sleep
Yeah.
with death.
Okay. You're like, okay, so none of them was good. Okay. All right. Got you. Got you. Got you.
No, so I didn't think that it was a bad thing because my
Right.
grandmother thoroughly explained to me
Mhm.
um, what peace death could bring to.
What did she say? Because I wish I had these conversations as a kid. I remember I felt like I was always going to a funeral. And people my age didn't know, they had never been to funerals. And I felt like I kept going to funerals. So I felt like
Um,
I had a numbness, but I didn't get it.
I knew that some people were so sick that the pain was more unbearable than the thought of death. So some people
Right.
were so sick that they couldn't move and they weren't their normal self, and
Mhm.
being in a vegetative state, or being so sick that you couldn't care for yourself.
Right.
um my grandmother told me that sometimes that people
Right.
are pre-dead before they actually die.
Come on, grandma.
So
We
yeah.
love the grandmas. Grandmas give different energy, man.
Nah, that was some evil shit to tell a little
But
kid.
it was crazy, but it was real. Like
It
grandmas
was.
kept it a buck. They kept it a buck. To me, grandmas either kept it all the way 100 or they had secrets that
Right.
came out later. I feel it
my
was always either or.
my client about to go to sleep.
all right. So now 7 years old, you can be connected to, being a mortician or whatever. Then you go to school, to be an esthetician. Now you're
Hmm.
realizing that this thing can take you all different type of directions.
Yeah, so
So,
what I realize is that if I do more men clients, I can sell more of my products.
right.
So that was my aim. My whole class wanted to do lashes, they wanted to do females, and I was like, yeah, I just want to do men so they could buy my products.
Yeah.
And that was my goal. I feel like I can resonate with men way easier than I do with women.
Mhm.
With women, it's normally bickering and a back and forth or a competition thing. I know how to I know how to speak to a
Bars.
man sometimes. But yeah, but I have a lot of brothers, so it's easy for me to befriend and be social with a man and tell him things that he may not see as wrong that he needs to fix. Or I could just fix it.
Yeah.
And that's easy. That was easier for me.
Okay. Right. Right. I got you. So now you have the product. Share the name. Did you already have a name for the product, or you just started the actual business for Love Beard, the
Love
company,
Monkey.
Love Monkey?
So what happened was, I used to make my mother white diamond scent bath oil, body oil, and stuff when she was in hospice because they wouldn't let her have the aerosol cans
Hmm.
with her spray in it. So when she passed away, I was like super depressed. And I was also in jail. So I was just sitting in a cell and I was like depressed. And my mother came to me in a dream and she said, "Do you remember that stuff you used to make me when I was in hospice?" And I said, "Yeah." "We can cuss on here?
Huh?
Can we cuss on here?"
I mean, not belligerently. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, what my mom said, when she came to me in a dream, she said, "The stuff that you used to make me when I was in hospice." And I said, "Yeah, what about it?" She said, "Bottle that shit up," and walked clean out of my dream. And for the rest of
Wow.
that weekend, I borrowed a pencil and four pieces of paper from somebody. I actually bought it for a bag of chips and a Twix. And all weekend, I came up with a business plan, what
Love
products
it.
I was going to make, where I was going to sell it at. And when I got home Sunday night, um, I finished it at home. And by Monday, I was calling around, getting mason jars, getting everything that I needed. And the next 10 days, I was at our public market with labeled products.
Fire.
Yeah.
Dope. Didn't waste no time. So
No,
now
I was broke, so I had to act fast.
he was like, not having no money, push me a little bit.
Right, right.
I get it. Trust, I get it. So now you said you created oils and things when your
Hmm.
mom was in hospice, and then so your mom passed away when you incarcerated.
So I was doing weekends, and get this story. I used to be at her bedside every day, 5 o'clock in the morning. I never let her aides brush her teeth, wash her up, because I know how self conscious she was about people seeing her in that state, because she was like a living legend here. Like, for her to be so useless in her own self care, she didn't want other people touching her, changing her, seeing that she had defecated on herself.
Mhm.
So I was always there to make sure they never had to see her in that state.
Right.
By the time Nate's shift change came, she was up with makeup on, lip gloss, smelling good, fresh sheets. So I was in charge of her and I had to do weekends. So I was gone from Friday at about 5 p.m. till Sunday at about 6 p.m. And when I was leaving on Friday, the doctors told me death was imminent, and
Oh,
God didn't allow me to understand what the word imminent meant. So
mm-hmm.
they said, "You want to put her in comfort care?" And I was her proxy. I said, "Yeah, we could do that. I'll be back on Sunday."
Right.
Um, yeah, that night, and it was um, the night before Halloween. I put her in comfort care, and by the time I got to the jail to sign myself in, I was talking to the sergeant, and he was like, "How's mom?" And I said, "Yeah, I just left, and they told me death was imminent." And he said, "Well, why are you here?" I said, "I'll be out by Sunday." They said, "Imminent means immediate." And so I tried to put my clothes back on, and he was like, "We can't let you back out.
No, I
You already
can't.
signed in."
Yeah. Oh
And
my gosh,
I think
Monique.
that I needed to be in that place because I was always at her bedside, and I wasn't supposed to be there when she passed,
Right.
because I would have been
Yeah.
with my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
She was there alone with her mother, and that's how it should have been. I needed to be in a place where I was um, in solitude, and I would have time to think,
Mm-hmm.
and I probably would have processed her death a lot differently had I been there. So
Right.
I think that that was a blessing for me to be inside somewhere where I was allowed to scream.
Listen, God be knowing, child. We don't
Yeah,
always know. He be knowing. Oh my
he
gosh.
know. He know I'm
Listen,
a crybaby.
that's amazing though. That is amazing because not everybody can say that, I lost my mom as well. Not everybody can say that they were there every moment until and then she passed on. You were able
Right.
to make your mother feel the best you could.
I did.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
did.
And that's a lot. So, that's respect. Respect to you for that. So
Thank
now
you.
mom visits you in a dream. And you just go for it because you like, yo, listen, mom, I done held you down. You holding me down even in your passing because you done reminded me how what I've been doing is going to have me up. So
Right.
let me get this stuff together, find out what's what, do my research and get to it. So now you're at this market, this local market, and you putting yourself out there. What was that energy like? Like it was
People
like
loved
hustle
it. I was
game
making
on.
soaps and body scrubs, lotions. Like I learned to make a full body care line by
Love it.
scratch.
Right.
And I started off with food grade ingredients.
Mhm.
And everybody loved it. Everybody came back, and
Share what
I
share what that is. I know what you mean, but share what that is. Full grain
which
ingredients.
food grade, like I bought my supplies with food stamps.
Right.
Like everything came
Mm-hmm.
from the natural store. It was
Mm-hmm.
all vegan. It was all edible. My
Mm-hmm.
products were edible, except for I wouldn't eat the essential oils, but everything besides the essential oils was edible.
Right.
So it didn't have any sulfates or any preservatives in it um, at that time until I learned what a natural preservative was.
Okay. All right. So now you started this line and you like this is what I know I'm supposed to be doing. Where did the
Yes.
name come from?
Love Monkey. My mother's childhood name is Monkey. She broke her four limbs, her arms and her legs when she was little on the monkey bars. So they would call her Monkey when she was throughout her life.
Right.
And she was like a big card giver. So I did a few bids in prison, and she would always send me letters. Like
Yeah.
I got mail every day from my mother,
Mm-hmm.
and she would always sign my cards, Love Monkey.
I love
She
that,
would put either
Monique.
Love Monkey or Love Mom, but mostly Love Monkey.
Girl, you make
And
me emotional, child. Don't
yeah,
even do it today. Don't even do it at a quarter to 11. Don't even do it.
and
I
I would
love
tell her
that.
about my friends who never get mail. She'll always send them cards to and put Love Monkey. So when she passed away, I had a whole bunch of cards that said Love Monkey. And
Love
that
it.
yeah, so that's my how my business name came
I
about.
love this. I love that. Oh my gosh. So now I know you mentioned that you had children. What was the transition like understanding that, my mother's doing this now. My mother went through some things, in reference to doing time, in reference to her losing her mom. We've now lost
Yeah.
our grandmother. What was the relationship dynamics connected to your kids and now you being an entrepreneur?
My kids are super proud of me. Um, I have a grandson as well. That kind of changed my life because I missed so much of my children's life making my own mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
That I vowed to never miss anything of his.
Mm-hmm.
And I've kept that promise to my daughter.
Right.
Um, I'm not the best grandma because I'm impatient and I'm busy, but I take him to school every morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I simply, I'm there. Like if she needs me, I'm there for him, and I'm able to be. I'm able to take him to the park. Um, my children are kind of older. My daughter's 24, my son's 21, and then somehow I got this 15-year-old. I don't know what you think, but um,
Not somehow, child.
yeah, somehow. But my children are very independent and self-sufficient. They can call on me for anything, but they barely do.
Right, right, right. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that.
Even
So
my 15-year-old,
let me
she's very
let me
self-sufficient.
tell you this. First of all, if you taking your grandchild to school every day and you've been doing what you're supposed to do for him, you are the best grandmother. I don't know what scale you looking for,
Right,
but
he in my bed right now.
that sounds
He
like
in
the
my
best
bed right
grandma
now.
to
I don't
me,
know how.
child. Cause you got some grandmas that's like, well, I ain't supposed to my grandchild again because they ain't call me, and that makes no sense to me. So you sound like
Yep.
the best grandma to me, honey.
He don't got a call. He got the code to my door. He come in whenever he want.
I love it. I love it. All right, so we have. I love the story of how he's literally gave me chills. So now we have Love Monkey, um, Beard. That's the name of the company.
Yes.
What what space were you in when you said I need to make this thing bigger? I need to make this thing bigger.
You want the truth?
Yeah, I want the truth.
Okay, so what happened was I was cheating on my spouse with this guy, and he was like, "Man, you be making all that lady stuff. Can you make me something for my beard?" And I said, "I sure can." So I made him an oil, and it worked. All his friends wanted to buy it. He showed me what he buys online, and it was like
Right.
$35 for a 1 ounce jar. And he was
Mm-hmm.
like, "I'll pay you the same thing."
Mm.
And when he said that, I said, "What?" I went and I got a whole bunch of 1 ounce jars, and I made about 50 of them.
Yeah,
And he gave me about $500. He bought a whole bunch of them. And he said, "Now go around to the barbershops, they'll buy them too." And he
I
was
love
right.
it.
And to this day, he still
So,
buys my product.
of course he does. Listen, I'm thank you for saying that. People need to understand when you give good customer service and you're consistent, your customers is yours forever,
Yeah.
literally. So that's why you have to be mindful, of your service. People can't wait to say, "Oh, nobody supports, nobody this, nobody that." When you consistent and you about that life, you serious about your services and or your products, people will stay with you forever. I'm one of
Yeah,
those customers.
and then you have to just upgrade. You have to just keep upgrading their experience. Because
Mhm.
I know I'm not the best at everything that I do here, but I do want to grow, and I do ask my customers, what can I do to grow? Because I wasn't taught business etiquette. I wasn't taught
Right,
customer service. Like
right.
I just took a customer service class recently with a local entrepreneur here, Raina Brooks. Like
Mhm,
I never knew what it took to be a customer service master.
mhm, mhm.
Just because it's your business doesn't mean you can do it your way.
Come on
So
and
I
hit the
had to learn
bars.
that. I had to
Yeah,
learn that.
that's real. Listen, that is real. And when you care about your
His
service
feet look
and
so
your
good.
product,
I'm sorry.
when you care about your business, your services, and your
Hmm.
products, you will open yourself up to learn. That's why I always say you don't want to be the smartest person in the room. You want to. That's why they say iron sharpens iron. You want to be learning so you can be effective. So people
Right.
can stay with you and keep those customers forever. And word of mouth is everything. You can
Everything.
get a content creator all you want, but if your product is trash, they're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You're
Right.
just gonna be a great content person on social media, but when they get your product in the mail and it's disheveled, or you even got no thank you cards, nothing like that, people pay attention to those little things. So
Right.
kudos to you for that. So now, what year was it that you said, you know, I want to open up a business for the men. I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
It was 20, this is 22, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
We're Yeah, Sunday will be 3 years old here at this location.
Woo!
Sunday
Congratulations.
we are celebrating 3 years here. In 3 years, I accomplished so much. People told me that I would never be able to support myself or make a career um, by choosing this career. And I
Hmm.
said, how? Like men have skin,
That's
they
a
got feet,
fact.
and it was slow in the beginning to get men to get in the routine of
Hmm.
self-care,
Hmm.
but as long as you keep educating them and keep encouraging them, they come. My son even be wanting to come to get facials, and that's literally why I opened, because I wanted to show my son that it was okay to be
Yeah,
healthy.
absolutely,
He
absolutely.
ain't he hasn't gripped the whole idea, but he's coming. He's
Yeah.
coming
So,
around.
so let me ask you this: when you decided, first of all, walk us through the process of, because I like to hear the details. Walk us through the process of, first of all, you have your license as an esthetician.
Hmm.
You've done the education part. Walk us through the process of understanding what type of building, the location, all those different things you had to go through to settle into this space that you're in.
Hmm.
Was there a team? Like, was there guys you were already connected to that was like, yo, it would be a perfect spot. I know that's downtown. Let's go see it. Was it the people around you, or were you dolo? Like, let me Google YouTube, university. Let me see what's out here that I can just find a space. What was that? What was
Nope.
that
I
like?
was on the waiting list for this building 3 years prior to me opening.
Wow.
I literally was on the waiting list, and when in this space kind of never opens. Like people never move out. The guy upstairs has been there for 30 years. Like people just never give up these industrial buildings.
Right.
And when they came and gave it to me, I was like 2 months away from graduating, and I'm like, I don't care, I'm gonna still take it. And they showed me this space and then a space downstairs that was 600 feet, this space 1,800 feet.
Mhm.
The rent here was triple what it was for the 600 space, and my partner just kept saying, start small, don't try to get the big one because you really can't afford it. And something in me said, your
Come
dream's not going to
on.
fit down there.
Come on in here.
So I took a chance. I didn't pay my rent for like 6 months. I
Well,
moved in here and I opened up and I started buying everything for the shop. I literally was filling my dining room with stuff, and I didn't even know what it would turn out to be. And I literally scribbled a picture down, and my friends was like, how do you see that inside of that space?
love
And
it.
literally when they come in, everything I drew, I made happen inside of here.
Write it down, make it plain, honey. You can't,
Yep.
if you ain't gonna have nothing going on if you don't have a vision. And I think
Right.
that's where a lot of people get lost as, business owners. They just want the bag. They just like, oh, this is trendy. Let me go do that. And there's no
Now he want me to rub his feet
blood.
because
Uh-oh.
I'm done now. Okay.
Listen, leave her alone.
He's spoiled.
But I love that. I love that. First of all, I commend you because it is bold to just be like, listen, this is what I dreamt. This is what I keep saying. Let me go find out how to, because I got to get it out of me. It's almost a thing where it's like you about to burst because you like,
Yep.
I know what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that alone, like, you're dope in reference to that period. So now you're in the space. It had to be so much anxiety to be like, yo, I'm not making money yet. I got to pay my rent. Oh my God, I'm in my 6th month, but I got to keep going and stick to the vision. So when you
In
said,
the first month, I was able to pay my back rent.
got you.
In my first month opening, like my city definitely came out and supported me. Our mayor then, she really supported my business and really helped catapult my business and put us like on the city's website, because we
Love
are
it.
the first minority owned men's spa. um I think I'm the only men's spa in the city.
Wow.
We have some on the outskirts,
Hmm.
but they're really high and pricey, um and not really for ethnic skin.
Got you.
So we are our city's only men's spa. um
Dope.
but my
Fire.
city, I
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, now I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. My city definitely came out and supported me, and they still do, and that's why I'm not leaving.
I know. Boop. Well, hello.
I can't hear you now.
Wait, what? Can you hear me?
You did not remind me to put my phone back on Do Not Disturb.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me now. Uh-oh. We good? We good?
Nope.
Uh-oh, I can hear you. Let me switch the camera off. Can you hear me now?
Nope.
Uh-oh. Come on in here. Stop playing with us.
Should I leave and come back? Okay.
We good?
Yep, I can hear you.
I don't know what happened, child. But listen. What I love is, first of all, you understanding the vision. Then you understand I'm not going to be able to do it on my own. So I got to put myself out there. What were some of the things you did to put yourself out there? I know you said the mayor put you on a website, but did you like go to the office and say, I need flyers made, I need this? What did you do?
No, the mayor actually came here a few days before I was even open, her and her husband, and surprised me. And she asked me, what do I need? What do you need? And then she just had city officials come and cut the ribbon to actually open up the spot, which gave us news people came, the people came, the newspapers wrote about us, so that kind of gave us a grand premiere, which was really dope. But I had already had flyers made. I got a big mouth. I'm always on Facebook, trying to get people to not even trust me at that point, but come try me. Come try me. Come see if you would trust me with your skin. Come see if you would like the setting. So I basically was giving out a whole bunch of free stuff to get people to come in and step into the ambience, to try the experience.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
You got an eye, honey. You have an eye. I wish I could bring you behind here so you could dress up my daggone space, because
you got to see my house. People, I don't let a lot of people in my house. When people come in, they tell me it look like Cracker Barrel.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have an eye. Like, that's a gift. That is absolutely a gift. So yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So now you're here. You said this was in 2018. It's now 2022. What was it like during the pandemic?
It was hard during the pandemic. Thank God for them PPPs. Ooh, because we were closed and people did not want you to touch them. Right. So I had to pivot and do more of my sales on Love Monkey, because people were doing the at-home care,
shopping and stuff, right?
Yeah, so it was not an easy pivot, but it was definitely one that was worth it, because now if something happens, I know that I can still survive off my products.
Right.
Like, I have other skills that I can offer people by not touching them.
Right.
If something happens again.
I promise you, while you talking, all I feel that I'm like mom holding her down still. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how I feel.
You know what she did before?
You down.
I was going to a hair show in ATL with Yusef the barber. He's like one of Atlanta's top barbers. And he asked me to share a table with him. And then I didn't know how big he was.
Right.
I didn't even know I was next to literally every celebrity barber. Right. And he let me do a video of my products on him, which literally got me so many sales and so many wholesales. But I didn't even know who he was.
Right.
Until I was next to him. He actually created the curl sponge.
Oh, yes. I know exactly
what you're talking about.
Right.
Sponge. Yep. So
that.
Damn, what was I saying?
Huh? Basically, that you were at this event and he asked for you to come to his table.
Yeah, he asked me to come to his table, and my mother told me when I was going down there, I only had a truck full of stuff. She said, "You don't got enough stuff."
Woo!
Kept coming to me in a dream and said, "You don't got enough shit." And I'm like, "What? You don't have enough?" And I did not.
Come on. I
sold a lot. Everything that I came with, I had a little U-Haul truck. By the time I came back, I left the U-Haul there.
Love that. I promise you, every time you say something, I'm like, I feel like mom is just holding her down for all you've done for her, all you did for her, all those years and things. I love this, girl. I love this. Oh my God, you're dope. So now, okay, so you meet Yusuf. That was that event. So I'm sure other things in reference to networking, transpired. How did you come to connect with Candace?
On Instagram. I was scrolling one day and I just seen her and she was going off on somebody on Instagram. And I tuned in because she speaks like my mother. And I don't listen to people who talk all soft. Like if you trying to tell me something and you doing it all soft, I'm like, man, you ain't serious. And she was just so aggressive. I tuned in and I'm like, who she thinks she talking to? And in the middle of her talking, she said, I'm talking to you.
She like, okay.
I mean, she wasn't saying it directly to me, but she was saying, if you own a spa, you in the beauty and spa world, I'm talking to you. I said,
right.
What?
She's like, what?
So then I scrolled up and I was like, man, me and her go at it. She talked too much. She talked worse than me. Like I scrolled and then every day I was on her page, she was kicking knowledge. And I'm like, let me implement that. Made some money. And I'm like, I'm gonna pay attention to this lady. I'm gonna turn her notifications on.
Right.
And then I took a leap of faith and I have no money. I went to one of her events, spent my last money to be in a room, and I'm not
like a star.
Huh?
In Atlanta?
In Atlanta, yep.
Right.
And I'm not a starstruck person, so it's like everybody was there like trying to touch the hem of her garment, and I'm just laid back like
not touch the hem of her garment.
Yeah, like I'm just a cool person by nature. Like I don't want to be over excited to meet somebody. So I was just cool. I could only be myself. Like I'm not trying to be like nobody. But I saw a tree that I could pick from and grow. So I just introduced myself and she was just like naturally talking to me. And I was like, yeah, right. These motherfuckers, like we was just vibing.
I was vibing, yeah.
Yeah, and then she took me and set me aside and she gave me some knowledge. And I'm like, dang, that's smart. I wasn't thinking about that. Got some more money about it because now I need a mentor.
Yeah.
I don't listen to nobody.
Right.
And my mom always tell me that you don't listen to nobody. But I start listening to her and my business start growing. My mind start going in different ways and I start meeting other women at the events who are like-minded, trying to do the same thing, who I could learn from, who I could talk to, who know what I'm going through. And that was comforting for me because I spent so much time in prison that I really don't do the women clicky thing.
Got you.
But the tribe isn't clicky.
It's
like
different.
Everybody trying to make some money together. And getting to know Candace was a whole, like being on different trips with her. I was experiencing life because I've never really traveled. I've never really done anything because, again, I was in prison. Then I got to come home to these kids. I got to work. I got other stuff to do. I've never really traveled. Traveling wasn't important to me until I got to the tribe and learned that my self-care was on the beach.
Love that. Love that. So now real quick, just for those who don't know who we're talking about, just share, you can share her name and, who she is on social media.
Six-figure spa chick on Instagram, Candace Holyfield. She is like the #1 spa chick in the world. Like she's just a motivator. She is a spa motivator. Like if you got a business, she gonna talk to you real. She gonna talk to you real raw. Like you got to be prepared for that. I just ignore it because when she's saying it to me and when she's telling me my dreams ain't big enough, I'll be like, man, oh my God. Like she be stressing me out, but she be right.
Right.
She's right. Like I'm the only one in this field right now. I could be the leader. Why are you not leading?
It's open for you. It's open season for you. And she's absolutely right. I love that.
And sometimes I'll be trying to fade in the back and see if she missed me. And then she'll see me on the live and be like, in groom room. And I'm like,
but no, just being in that setting for a little bit of time, I was like, this lady is sharp. Like she was, and like you said, she's gonna shut you down. Like, because I was looking at women like, oh, she just chose violence. Like I was honestly like this, like, wait, what? And then she was like, well, why would you do that when you could just do this?
Yeah,
And why don't you put this
made.
here and join this, and you'll get a bag for that. And I'm like, what? Like, I was overwhelmed. I ain't gonna hold you. I was like,
I've made and accumulated a lot of money just by implementing, I would say 30% of the trainings that she gives us. And I paid her a lot of money to be in her mentorship.
right.
And she is overcommitted. And I'm like in the background, like, am I really ready for this? Because sis raw, like she
Yeah.
requires you to be overcommitted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's like, dang, I already paid her. I might as well listen now.
Look, you still being borderline stubborn, but you like, I done did it now, so I'm in it now.
No, you know what it is? You know how some people are, they rush to be a millionaire, and I know that I have what it takes to be a millionaire, but the money is not what drives me. I want to be organized. I want to be established. I want for my business to be able to grow and live and walk on its own. And I don't want to do that so abruptly. I don't want to do that with haste. So I want to make sure that I'm ready. My team is ready. My kids are ready. My grandson ready to travel. Like, I need to make sure that everything is in place.
Right.
So if I implement 100% of what Candace gives us, I'm going to go too fast right now. Right. So I take 30% of it and I just watch it grow. And then I'm going to add 5% more, but I'm still listening to the other 100 that she's giving us every Sunday.
Yeah.
But I'm at 30%.
Listen, I love that. I love the transparency because it's also helping people to understand, everything is not in other people's time. And that's why you don't do things to compete with other people, because you will mess yourself up. You know what I'm saying? You will mess yourself up. That's why I love that. I even make the shirts that say me versus me, because it's in my timing, my pace. It doesn't mean I'm not going to do it, but I may not do it when you do it. And I'm happy for you, child. I am. But when it's my time, it's my time. So thank you for being transparent and sharing that. Because listen, she ain't lying. Candace is like this. But why you ain't doing it? You ain't trying to make this money. Like she I love her though. I love her.
She do. I just turn my camera off and I'd be like,
I'm like, Candace gonna get you that bag if you want the bag. That's a fact. She gonna find. I promise you. I felt like, and I said when I came home, I said to my husband, I said, y'all almost felt like she would find little holes in a question and be like, why don't you just do this? And it'll be a bag. I was like, this lady just has her mind just goes like she knows how to make money. Some people just have it. You know what I'm saying? Some people just have it. Some people have the gift and are unsure of how to make money, how to monetize. She knows. She just like this. I don't know where that came from, but it's dope. It's dope to watch.
She used to be a pimp in her former life. Yeah. Yo, her and Coach Stormy, man. I was looking at their Instagrams like,
that's another one too. I'm like, yo, and I promise you that day I said, I need to get involved in the spotlight some type of way. Like, I was like, that's how encouraged I was. Listen to you. When you said you do a men's spa, I was like, yes, girl. Like, in my brain, I'm like, she's going to be making too much money. That's how, when I met you and you told me what you do, off the bat, I'm like, yo, she about to be killing it. Like, with this lady's energy.
But then it's like, her? No, not really, because most people who get services, they want the body contouring, they want the eyebrows, and it's people doing eyelashes that's making more than me. That's not my field. I'm not going to rush and try to get into eyebrows and eyelashes, because that's not where I'm comfortable at. That's not what I'm comfortable doing. So I'll rather make the money that I'm making doing what I love versus trying to jump in somebody else's lane doing what they do.
Yeah, no, we ain't doing that.
And you see somebody messed up my eyebrows.
What?
Man, I don't know.
What, that's microblading?
Yes. It looked like it's tattooed. I don't know what she did, but yeah.
Diamond actually did mine.
Oh,
the girl whose spot we was at, she actually did mine.
Okay, I like that little spot too.
Yeah, it was very pretty. It's very pretty. I was using her space to do the podcasting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why every time I would do a video, I would say, thank you to my sponsor, Diamond Beauty Spa, and make sure I'm putting her out there. So that was a good day, and yeah, I have no excuse as to why I'm not a part of the tribe. Now that I'm thinking about it, I have no reason why I'm not.
I'm telling you, we're gonna be expecting you soon.
Yeah, we gonna have to connect. I'm gonna have to make that happen for sure. I'm on live now. I can't hide now. I'm out there.
Right. I'm gonna tag Candace in this.
All right. So now, you're thriving now, you know, in your own pace. You're thriving in your own pace. How did you put your team together? How did you find these people?
I gotta keep finding them because
Okay.
it feels so. I got two good people, two solid people now, and then I've got my team of my media person, and my personal assistant. But I find that finding people to work underneath somebody who is constantly on the go and they see you growing, they
Mm-hmm.
want to go too. Uh,
Right.
they want to go too. And I tell people, when you work with me, it's going to be hard for me to keep you because I'm going to encourage you to go out on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't know how to stop from doing that. So I get people and they come and they want to venture out, but then they want to come back. And
Yeah.
I don't do the comeback. You can go.
Oh, I
I
don't do the
don't.
comeback.
My mother told me, like she would never rehire people who used to come and clean up her house, whoever left and didn't tell her or stole something. Like she not bringing them
Mm.
back in.
Yeah.
Um, so if you still an ideal, you do something, you ain't no coming back.
Right. Right.
Um,
No,
I
that's
help
good
you from
advice.
a distance, but
Mhm.
ain't no coming back.
Yeah.
Um,
So I had
but
I had shared recently with one of the people that I interviewed. I don't even know what was happening in the conversation, but I said, if you take time out and not rush the situation, I was like, God is going to bring the people who are going to see your vision as if it's their own.
right.
That's the kind of people that you need when you know when you're in feels like what you have going on.
Hmm.
They probably you can nourish them and feed them at a certain time frame where you realize it's time for them to branch out, but
Yeah.
they should be coming in seeing your vision like, yo, I gotta be a part of this. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I gotta be a part of this, and I get that.
I get that a
Great
lot.
advice.
I get
Mhm.
that a lot, but
Mhm. That's
then
good.
it's like I could do it too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now when I hire people, I make them sign a 6-month commitment
Good.
because if you come in immediately and I give you all my sauce and then you
Mm-hmm.
leave and you go make your own sauce,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta pay
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a
You
fact.
gotta pay me.
Good.
I'm
Now,
sorry.
how did you get to a place where you learned about that? Was that being in Candace tribe or just
Yep.
by trial and error? Candace?
Trial and error and until Candace told me, put them on a contract.
Awesome.
Put them
Awesome.
on a contract. So that way it's like they're paying me to train them in my spa, but I'm still getting work out of them. But I'm still, they're still getting training. Hi, babe.
Yeah. Got you. Got you. Got you. All right. So now you have your team right now, too.
Yes,
And
Harmony who walked in.
huh?
Uh,
Okay. Good
but
morning.
you know what's harder is that finding estheticians who get out of school who really want to work in the field. And you know, for Black estheticians, when we graduate,
Mhm.
we don't have Steve Miller or big
Right.
spas coming to the school to
Yeah.
get us.
Yeah.
When they come, they not looking for us. They
Right.
not looking for the girl with purple braids
Mhm.
and the bold makeup and the
Right.
long hair. They not looking for us.
Right.
So our options are either we go back in our living room and create a scenery in our house for people to actually come into our home,
Mhm.
and we service them, or we try to go work for somebody when we're really independent
Yeah.
people.
Minded.
So
Mhm.
it's kind of hard
Yeah.
because we go to school because we want to do it ourselves. We want to be independent and
Mhm.
we already got a plan before we go to school. So
Right.
it's hard for people to come and pivot into somebody else's dream when they already got their own.
Yeah. No,
So
I
I
get that.
let my people come in with their full spectrum of service, and it's really just like you bringing your business into my business. But since you're new, let me train you. Let me show you my way.
Right. Love that.
But Candace told me never expect for somebody to stay with you long because this the sauce. If they
Yeah.
see you doing it, they gonna want to do it. So I don't get people here and expect for them to stay.
Right. You can't even get caught up because you get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got you. I got you. So now the spy is doing what it's doing. You know, you're learning how to
it's
think big.
spying.
It's spy and the spy is
It's spying,
spying.
spying.
And you know, you're learning as you're
Yeah.
going in reference to legalities and things like that. So now where tell me your thinking when it comes to our men. I really wanted you to come on, you know, and speak on, you know, maybe you have little anecdotes connected to, you know, it wasn't all peaches and cream in the beginning. You know, the men wasn't really catching on, but now it's thriving because men feel this way or men are realizing this. What would that be?
they're worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
Because they're realizing that they're worth it. Like once they come in here and they get a pedicure, they've never had a pedicure in the whole 35, 40 years if they've been born, and I take
Yep.
off the callus and they put their shoes on, they walking different, they feet all healed, they don't stink no more. They like, damn, that felt good.
Right.
To do that for me all the time.
Mm-hmm. Let me
I should
make
do
my
that for me
appointment
all the
now.
time. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Love
hand me
that.
the iPhone charger over there?
Love that. Love that. All right. So I think I was sharing with you, or maybe not sure if you saw whatever. This month in particular, the podcast is connected to, our men being connected to them, being connected to the mental space, spiritually, physically. And I wanted you to share, in reference to your experience now, being in this thing this long, you know, what are some of the things that the men have said to you since they've been coming to you?
They feet don't stink.
I'm
No.
done with the feet don't stink.
That they feel better.
Yeah.
They feel better. Like they want to come in here and they don't even have to get a service. They come in, they play chess, they play pool, but they
Oh,
know
right,
that they
right,
need uh right here. They know that they need their me time.
right, right.
They know it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. That's how I
Well, you
really
good. Hi, how are you? Good morning.
I'm
Yeah.
good. Good morning. How are
So the
you?
men are understanding that I need an outlet as well.
Yes. They know that this is a safe place for them. They
Mm-hmm.
can come in here, they can unwind, they can relax. Like this is their time.
Mm-hmm.
And that they deserve to have their time.
Love that. Love that. So do you think there's a comfortability with you being a woman and pampering them or giving them services, or do some of them rather a man? Like how does the dynamics with that go?
Yeah, we don't have men that work here.
Okay.
But the men are confident because they're used to their sisters and their mothers being the ones to let them know what's wrong, or men are naturally more keen to listen to a woman than to another man.
Okay.
Like they can gossip amongst each other about
Mm-hmm.
what feel good. Like, if you ever had a pedicure, you ever... But if a woman tells you you need a pedicure because
Yes.
it'll help with your feet health, determines your walk, and it determines, like how you feel about yourself. You good putting your sock on, babe? You good?
He in his glory.
Yeah. But they want to hear the nurturing voice of a woman telling them that it's okay to and it's not going to emasculate you if you get a manicure,
Right.
if you get a pedicure, and being metrosexual isn't being non-heterosexual. It's
Right.
just you taking
You
care
take
of
care of
yourself.
yourself.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you want to put your best face forward.
Mm-hmm.
You want
Absolutely.
competition with the man in the mirror. Like, it's
Absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So now, have you ever felt like, you're like the counselor? Because I know sometimes, like with females, when we go get our nails and our feet done, like our nail tech is like the psychologist. Like, girl, this happened this week. Me and this job. You know what I'm saying? Me and these kids. Me and this husband.
Yeah.
Child. Oh my God. That whole hour or so is also like to vent. So do you feel like that's also where the men are too when they come there? Uh-oh, I can't hear you now. I can
Here
hear
we
you.
go again with the sound.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear you again.
You can't hear me? Okay.
Nope.
I don't know why it's doing this.
All
We
right,
good?
good to go. Yeah.
That's so weird. I don't know why it's doing that.
Siri
But
didn't
moving
turn
on.
off my do not disturb.
Huh? Oh, okay. But
Um,
moving on. Yeah,
so yeah,
is it a safe space for them as well?
yes, I know all my clients' business. They know my relationship. Like, it's a counseling time, but me and my clients are, we have a work relationship. Like when they come in here, I know their kids' names. I know what's going on with them and their wives. It's some clients I'll be like, no, you can't come back in 4 weeks because I need to know what happened next week. Like, I'll be waiting to hear what happens because this is just a time for them to unwind.
Right, right, right.
And they feel comfortable with me because I'm like everybody, little sister or big
Mm-hmm.
sister, and giving them advice. I got clients that I just sit, and I know that my clients who are in the streets, I can feel when something's wrong when they come in. Like,
Yeah.
they've been coming to me for years. I know when something's wrong.
Right.
So I would just sit, and even though they got tattoos all over their face, and I know they coming in smelling like weed, and I
Mm-hmm.
know that they stressed out. It's nine
Right.
o'clock in the morning. So I
Right.
just play gospel music, And I got clients who just sit and cry through their whole facial. They
Yeah.
don't say nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's scary to me.
Yeah.
That's scary to me that some men don't have a place where they literally can just cry.
Yeah. Come on, Monique. For sure.
So,
That's a
and
fact.
then I know when my clients, I can see on the news, they lose a best friend. I offer them my space. I'll
Yeah.
give you the code. You can go in to detox. You
Mhm.
can sit. You can unwind. You can breathe. You can go in there and you can just cry. I don't care what you do. But the groom room is open for you to be
Love that.
you. And they always come in.
I
They
love
come in. They go sit in the sauna for an hour and just turn on the music. I don't charge them because I know that I probably just saved somebody
I'm
money.
about to say, yes, honey, you better know that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. That was deep. That was deep. That was deep. So, what now? Because all I'm thinking is this: if you're taking, because when we deal with people who have so much stuff and so much baggage on them, and we're being physical with them, sometimes that energy can attach to us. So what do you do to be like, okay, today was a lot, you know what I'm saying? Today was a lot. There was a shootout earlier. I know this happened in this particular area, and this is what's going to be happening. People may want to retaliate, but I'm so glad he came in and he released. But whoo, now I feel heavy. So what do you, the groomer, what do you do for yourself to keep you at a mental capacity where you can be okay?
I eat Linder balls and drink a Pepsi.
What is Linda balls?
Are you serious?
I'm very serious.
Hey, hey, Harmony, can you go grab a Linder ball? I'm gonna just show you. I ain't gonna tell you. It's like the best chocolate in the world. If
Oh, I
you've
love
never had
chocolate.
a and you never had a Linder ball,
Oh wait, Lindt.
I don't know how you spell it. Dort or something. Oh no. I know I eat them by the bag, and I know I'm pathetic, and I'm not supposed
She's
to.
not eating about a bag. Are
But
you talking about
literally,
lint?
when
Are you talking about the lint chocolates? The
yes,
little ball with the gold
yeah,
wrapping?
yeah,
Oh, you said Linda ball. I'm like, what's a Linda
that's what I
ball?
call them. That what did
I
they
thought
call?
it was something in Rochester, child. I'm about to have to order me something.
Oh, oh, okay, that's what it is. Those are
Okay.
my favorite chocolates. If I'm ever mad at you, just throw me a few. I listen. My clients bring them to me by the bag,
That's the one.
and I'm not supposed to have it, so I
Linder.
hide it in a bag by the heater, and it's melting.
And why you not supposed to have it?
I'm diabetic.
What? Listen, ma'am. Behave. Behave. Because we need you out here grooming the men, honey.
I know. I'm gonna
Don't
be
be
here.
playing now.
You want your nails done too?
Don't
Okay.
be playing. Don't be playing what I'm in. I'm in clearly
You
needs
turn
you
the
in
light.
a whole other way. Thank you so much for sharing that. You open up your space because that's energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's energy. And let me ask you this. When it comes to the spas, because child, I done came to spas where I'm like, you don't like what you do, honey. I don't know why you doing this. You do not like what
I don't like people here who don't like what they do.
yeah. So how important is that? How important is being in tune, with your craft, with the clients, and just the surroundings?
Um, that's the most important. That's more important than whether or not you can file a nail correctly or exfoliate.
Yeah.
Because people are here for the experience, not really the services. The
Right.
services are extra here.
Mm-hmm.
Like people are here for the experience. They're here because they know that there's something wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but they want to come somewhere where they know it's going to be taken care of, but they can relax too.
Right. Right. Right.
Like my client been here since we did. Yeah,
Yeah. I
he
know.
don't care,
I know.
and he a business owner. He's
Yeah.
just here to relax.
Absolutely. 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 So now you have a course going, right? Or coming up?
Yes,
Let's
I
talk
am
about
doing
that.
certified male groomer. So because I am a master groomer, I am going to be teaching the spa tribe and other people my techniques and my tricks and my tips. I'm super excited. I'm going to be in my rawest form. Like nothing's going to be. I got some notes, but I'm really off the head. I
Mm-hmm.
got some live videos that I want to share with me doing male grooming, and I want to show you how to get your client comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
but to do the service correctly.
Right.
I want to educate people on how lucrative male grooming is,
Mm-hmm.
how lucrative it is to add men to your menu,
Mm-hmm.
because most people are just into female clients. They're into servicing females, but there is more money out there to make than body contouring and so forth.
Say that. Say that. Well, I'm excited. When I saw that post, I said, Monique better go off. What? She got the course going on?
Yep, and I still got 5 in-person seats available and 7 virtual. So I don't want a huge crowd. I don't want to be bombarded with a whole bunch of questions afterwards. I kind of want it to be super intimate. So I'm maxing out at a certain number of people, and I got 5 seats left. And with that training, I'm also the $7.99 course. You get a gallon of my premium beard oil, a gallon of the beard wash, a gallon of the beard conditioner, and I help you launch a no headache men's beard care line. So all you have to do is just pour your profits into bottles and start selling.
I love this because I thought about it's another reason why I wanted you to come on, because my oldest, he's 20 now, he's autistic. So I was helping him make what do you call the hair pomade for the waves. People always, because that's a lot of people didn't realize my son was autistic because of how he physically looks. They assume because he looks attractive that he don't, people are weirdos, whatever. Right. So he started making his own, and I was like, you know what, his beard started coming in a little thicker, and I was like, you should do the oils. We need to figure that thing out. But I pulled back because I was like, I'm not really educated on it. So that's another reason why I drew to you at that event. I was like, oh my gosh, I said, this has got to be God. Like, I got to connect with this lady for something. So I may have to have him, take on your course and learn how to do it.
I'll give you a special code for him today. Just remind me, I'll put it in your inbox. So if he does do the virtual, I'll make a code just for you guys so he can do it. Oh my
gosh, I love that, because he wants to, he's not really hireable. Because when they hear him speak, they act like he can't work, which my son has always been to work because look at who his mama is. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I'm like, listen, if they don't want to do that, we got to do another route, and we're going to figure this thing out. So, God bless you, and thank you for that. Let's do it, Monique. Come on.
Discover just sent me a notification that they upped my balance.
Say again? Discover?
Yeah, Discover just told me that they just put some more money on my card.
Well, let's go. Listen, let's go, honey. Let's go.
Sorry.
Listen, you're dope. You are dope. Because let me just, for those who, I see some people coming in and out of the live. Monique is very unique.
Wait, people are live watching us?
Yeah. Yes, they are. They asking questions. They said, where's her shop located? I said Rochester. Yeah, they asking questions.
See, you say Rochester, you say it so country that they might think that it's cow.
Wait a minute, I got an accent?
Yeah, where you from? Jersey, right?
I'm from New York.
Oh.
I ain't got a country bone in my body, I promise you that. Soon as they hear me talk, they like, she from New York. But how do you say it?
Jersey or New York.
How do you say Rochester?
Rochester.
Rochester?
Yeah, but you got to do like a jump.
I'm done, yo. I can't with you right now. I know some people who moved out there.
Out here?
Yeah, she owns a salon. She owns a salon, I believe, or she did, and now she moved to North Carolina. Don't quote me. I think she moved to North Carolina, but she moved to Rochester from where we're from, in Long Island. But what was I gonna say? I don't know my thought because you done made me laugh. Yeah, so you have the course going on. Explain the exact details of what is what. $7.99 gives you what?
$3.99 gives you the certification only. You get to take the certification course. You do not get any products. Okay. $7.99 you get a $1,200 valued bundle, and you get to start your own men's beard care line. Okay. And you get the Pour to Profit bonus course, and I show you how to stretch that thing out. All right. How to make the most from your investment.
Love that. And this is also connected to, because I want people to understand, Monique, another reason why I wanted you to come on, because I really want people to understand that it's okay to dare to be different.
Right.
And monetize. Everything got to be, maybe in the beginning you could do stuff for free, but you can't keep that same wave. You want to be getting paid for your services. Like y'all pay for these other so-called gurus and everybody else on social media with their glitz and glam.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You should have that same energy when it comes to what you do. So, is doing a course and stuff something that you realize I too am licensed. I too have the background to do a course just like everybody else is doing courses. That came with the tribe.
Yeah, that came with Candace saying, I'm doing Build a Spa weekend. What class are you teaching?
Everybody need
What?
a Candace.
Yeah, what course are you teaching?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because she ain't playing with y'all. She's not playing. She gonna push you, and that's what a lot of us need. And that's why I'm thank you so much for sharing your story, because I feel like there's so many people who have gifts and who have talents, and they're sitting on them because they're scared.
Right.
They don't know where to start, who to connect with. Because let's keep it a buck. A lot of people out here scamming people who look like them. It's foul out here. I'm watching it. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching it. So, connect with someone who knows who has the humble beginnings, you know what I'm saying? And who knows what it's like to be trying to figure things out and going in their pace, but also understanding I gotta do something, I gotta connect with someone or a group of people who are doing it, maybe not the same way my vision is, but I can take little bits and pieces of how they're doing it and how they're succeeding. So listen, you're dope.
So it's actually Build a Spa weekend. So there'll be people there to help you if you're in the spa industry. Candace has a team. I think it's about 10 of us who, like every area of spa and beauty, she has an expert there teaching a course on in that area.
Love that. Love that, love that, love that. So what is next? You're doing a course now. The spa is doing what it's doing because you out. I'm loving, first of all, Miss TikTok. I'm loving what I'm seeing with the reels and stuff.
See, and I be think I look so stupid
Oh,
on
you
my reels and TikToks.
Listen, you do it. I gotta listen. I need TikTok one-on-one, child, because the struggle is real. I'll be up there trying to make up little reels. I think I did one yesterday. I don't be knowing what I'm doing. I'll be trying to put myself out there, child. We're gonna figure it out.
I just go on there and be goofy because I'm naturally goofy.
Right. So now what is next after this course and you do what you're doing? What do you see next for not just the groom, not just the spa, but you as a person?
Me as a person, I am attempting. No, let's scratch that. I am going to start a podcast with with my first cousin, and it's called Prison to Prophets. So we are actually working one-on-one with someone who is helping me become a better speaker to tell my story better. And it's the same week as Build a Spa weekend. I'll be in Atlanta for 5 extra days working one-on-one with somebody to help us tell our story and to help people miss the ditch before falling into the pit, and trying to help them not repeat recidivism.
Listen, ma'am, if you need my help on anything, I am all the way for supporting that. I don't know if you've watched thus far, but I believe he was my third guest, a young man in and out of prison all of his life. Just crazy story. Had his first baby at 15 type stuff going on. In and out of jail, made a bunch of children, and now he owns his own cleaning company. He's trying to hire felons. He doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I am for all of that. And then on this month, I had a young man who, shout out to Tyson. He has his own clothing apparel, and he has a magazine literally for those who are incarcerated. It's called Urban Life News Magazine. So it's where you can be educated on and updated on the things that's going on in the prisons, programs, and just sharing what's going on that's inhumane, so people can get involved. So he shared his story, and he's dope. I met him through a program of those who were incarcerated and are now finding their way. So we met years ago, and I had him come on the platform, and he just went ham. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about their literacy, that goes on in the prisons, and how, they're not knowing how to read, and just the issues, and how you can find yourself not knowing how to, how can I say, catch a break because you're institutionalized, or you just don't have the means or the sources, the resources.
Right.
So your podcast is needed right now. Like, real talk. I work in a jail, and I see what goes on. So I'm that officer that's on them. Like, listen, I know you're smarter than this. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? There's too many ways to make money out here for me to keep seeing you come in here. At the same token, I'm not going home with them to see what they're facing. You understand what I'm saying? So it's so many layers that you can tap into. So I'm definitely rooting for you and your cousin. Um, just keep doing you. Like, you're dope, bro. Like, you're dope.
Thank you.
You're dope. You're dope. So we got the chorus. The podcast is coming up. Anything else that you would like to share, and then we can close. You can share a quote, a scripture, or whatever comes to mind, to encourage the audience.
I'm gonna share something that was on my fortune cookie that kind of changed my life.
Okay.
I had to speak in Atlanta at some event, and I didn't know exactly what I was going to speak about. And when I opened up my fortune cookie, it said, "Great things happen when men and mountains meet."
Ooh, bars. And who do you work with? Men.
I'm the mountain.
Okay, come on in here.
And I just thought that was dope.
That is
so
dope.
I literally, every time I walk into my spa, that's what I recite. It's sort of like a grateful
Reminder.
Yeah. A grateful reminder when I walk in here.
Girl.
And y'all say it's so dope. I see so much that I want to change. But whatever.
She's like, I do when I feel like it.
Yep. But you guys can take a virtual tour on my website. That's
Okay.
www.groomroom.spa.com.
Okay. And tell them where else they can reach you.
Instagram.
On Instagram.
TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is the Groom Room Men's Spa. You can see me being silly. I'm about to start doing some dancing videos today. I got on a half shirt. You see my half shirt?
All right, black owned.
Black owned. This is my friend's brand, Noir. She's on Instagram. So she's got a bunch of shirts that are like really positive for Black women, brown skin girl. But this is my favorite one. I want everything that say Black owned. It's my favorite one that she got.
I'm gonna have to send you a shirt myself, child.
Okay.
Because I make shirts.
It's gonna say Black owned? She's
got tees. Yeah. I got a bunch of stuff that say Black owned. I think I wore one the other day that said "Mind my own Black owned business." On one of the podcasts. But yeah, I'll send you some stuff, and you just send me your size, and I got you.
Oh, I'm a small.
Yeah,
I'm joking. It's a small with an L. Okay.
Yeah, I can't with you. All right, so we got the website, we got Instagram, we TikToking out here. Our spa is spying. She listen, she's staying in. I can't even call it really staying in your lane though, because you can go so many ways of what you are doing. So it is your lane. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really about you staying in it. It's your lane, like, period. So Miss Monique Chatman, the owner of the Groom Room Men's Spa of Rochester. Wait, let me say of Rochester with the head. Okay, with the head action. Rochester, New York. Please, sir, please, man, make sure you visit her website to see all she's got going on. Listen, if you heard something on today and you realize, listen, I would love to be an esthetician. I would love to tap into having my own skincare line. I would love to learn how to do whatever it is. And you got an unction to say, let me take her course. Please go and do that. You are in good hands.
The link is right in the bio on my Instagram.
Link in the bio.
Click on that one link and stalk me.
Yes. What she just said. Let's go. Let's get to this bag. But let's get to something that you realize is bigger than you. You touching people's skin and making them feel good. There's a connection there. So you got to have the right energy. If you come into this thing just to get a bag, that ain't the one.
I don't know if he did.
The fruits. Look, it's the evidence for me. It's the results for me. It's the results for me. Listen, y'all make sure y'all go and support Monique Chatman. It's her year. It's everybody's year as far as I'm concerned. So like I said, once again, if you got any little nuggets from this episode on Men Where Art Thou, where we're teaching the men how to be excited and get used to taking care of themselves physically, and it helps with the mental, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Support her. Be sure to follow her on Instagram, on TikTok, and check out her website to see where you fit in, whether it's a service. You may have family in Rochester and go check her out. Go check her out. So Monique, once again, thank you so much for coming
I
on.
appreciate you.
I know you were busy, so listen, I don't take it lightly that you took our time, whether you're doing feed or not, to focus in on answering some questions. But I knew there was something different about you when I met you. So I'm thankful that just like you, I go with what God tells me to do. So I said I gotta hear what her story. So even you saying you're jumping out there, you're stepping out there on faith to do this podcast, I'm speaking right now that you are gonna bless people, that people are gonna be freed and understand and hear your story and know, listen, I have a vision for certain things, but I've been scared. But Monique jumped out there like she fearless. So I gotta have that same energy and follow my dreams as well. So thank you for sharing your story. I just know Mama is looking down like, yo, that's my daughter right there. Like I could feel that.
She told me in a dream, she said, do you know that they can see you like all the way from up here? And I kept saying, what is you talking about? Because I was really sleepy. I wanted her to go ahead. She said, they see you like all the way up here, Mimi.
I love that.
Like she's
annoying.
I love Y'all can have her now.
Listen, I love that. Listen, that is the fruits of your life. Because let me tell you something. There are women and men who have done time and been incarcerated and wasn't able to be there for their children as they would have wanted to. And they are not okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you're winning right now. You said, I ain't perfect. I went through some stuff that could have broke me, but nah, my mama keep coming to my dreams to remind me you are here for a reason and a purpose that is way bigger than just a spa, honey. You are here touching men who have been on the street, who got some real stuff going on where they feel comfortable enough to just tear, to just let it out so they can have a release. That is God. Be very clear. Be very clear on who he's gifted you to be. Girl, I can go on all day, but I'm going to let you go. But listen, thank you so much for coming on Hot Mic with Lady She Podcast presents Men Where Art Thou series, where we are helping to men to give them a platform where they can release and share the different things they are experiencing so we can make it better for them. We want the men to know that we love them, that we support them, that we are there for them, and nobody's perfect. So we got to get everybody right physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And I'm just trying to do my little work, in that vein. So thank you so much once again. Everybody, please subscribe to Hot Mic with Lady She Podcast on YouTube. I am enjoying myself. Please make sure you go and check out the rest of the men, even the women, whoever, the other episodes. I am almost on my 50th episode. I cannot believe it.
Congratulations.
This is insane. Thank you so much. I'm in awe what God is doing. And just today alone, just your interview reminded me that I need to keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because like you, I jumped out there. I said, I don't know. I don't think I'm a good speaker at all. I just don't. I don't know. People keep saying, you're a natural. I'm like, well, thank you. I don't know. I'm just doing what he has told me to do. And I understand why. When I have people like you come on here and share, being transparent and bold enough to share your past, your present, and what is for the future, I know why I'm doing it. So thank you so much once again. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. I will see some of you later on at 7 p.m. where we will have on Mr. Kenny Jones of Atlanta, sharing all he is doing out there and his story on how he became who he is, coming from NY, New York, baby, to Atlanta. We doing it big. So listen, Monique, enjoy the rest of your day. Tell your client I said thank you and make it count. We'll see you later.
All right. Take care.
Have a good one. Bye.